That's cool.
Perfect. So we are live. Letting people.
Oh, we're live now?
We're live.
Okay. What's
We
going
have
on, you guys?
actually one
Hey, hey,
viewer now. So hello. Welcome to
hey,
Money
hey.
Mondays. Thank you for joining us. I am Alexis Milord, Realtor, and your host for Money Mondays. I'm joined today by our co-host and loan officer Carl Macias, and of course our special guest, Mr. Insurance Guy Kirsch Aletme. Thank you guys for
All
joining
right.
us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So,
Kirsch. So today we're all about insurance. Can you go ahead and give us a brief introduction? What is insurance?
so
So,
well,
well,
uh, I
I
pretty
pretty
much
much
deal
deal
with
with
homeowners
homeowners
insurance,
insurance,
auto,
auto,
life.
life.
Insurance
Insurance
is
is
really
really
there
there
to
to
protect
protect
you
you
from
from
any
any
financial
financial
disaster you
disaster you
might
might
have.
have,
So
so
that way
that
you
way
don't
you don't
have
have
to,
to,
worry
worry
about
about
things
things
that
that
can
can
really
really
hurt your
hurt your
family. You
family.
know
You
what I
know what I
mean?
mean?
If you
If
get
you get
into a
into a
car
car
accident,
accident,
or
or
if
if
there's a
there's a
hurricane,
hurricane,
your
your
home is
home is
damaged, or
damaged,
your
or your
home
home
burns
burns
down,
down,
theft,
theft,
all of
all of
those
those
things,
things,
which are
which are
very
very
important
important
to our
to our
lifestyle.
lifestyle.
So
So
those are the
those are the
things
things
that
that
I
I
protect you
protect
and
you
your
and your
family
family
from.
from.
Okay. And of course, there are different facets of insurance: home, life, and auto. Does it make sense to bundle those insurance policies together?
Absolutely,
Absolutely,
absolutely.
absolutely.
If you
If you
can,
can,
it
it
definitely
definitely
does
does
make
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 sense to
sense to
bundle
bundle
them
them
together,
together
because
because
most
most
carriers,
carriers,
if
if
they
they
allow you
allow
to
you to
bundle,
bundle,
they
they
will
will
give
give
you a
you a
multi-policy
multi-policy
discount.
discount.
Okay. Are there any quick things that people can do now as far as saving on their insurance policies?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of things that you can actually do to save on your homeowner's insurance. On your homeowner's insurance, you might want to make your home more disaster resistant. If you have old pipes, you want to get those updated. If you have if you get hurricane protected windows, if you update your roof, try to mitigate little leaks and things like that on your own. All of those things can reduce the cost of your homeowner's insurance.
And taking a step back really quick, for those who are not familiar, what should they be looking for in terms of policies?
So if you're a homeowner, you want to look for a HO3, or if you rent it out, you want to look for like a DP3. Those are good quality policies. If
If
you're a
you're a
renter,
renter,
you
you
want to
want to
look
look
for
for
a
a
HO4.
HO4.
If
If you
you're a condo owner, you want to look for a HO6, which really protects
protects
your
your
walls
walls
in
in
coverage.
coverage,
That's
that's
what
what
we
we
call
call
a
a
walls
walls
in
in
coverage,
coverage,
and
and
it
it
also
also
protects your personal property and also liability. So all of those policies are pretty good.
and you said for a condo, it's a HO6.
HO6, yes.
You were saying that it covers the walls out, because condos come with that covers the outside.
Correct. Usually a condo will have what's called a master condo policy, which
Mm-hmm.
will cover everything on the outside, anything behind the sheetrock.
Got it.
Okay, and so what are really are the determining factors in deciding with a policy?
Well, there's a lot of different variables. One of the variables is the age of your home. The newer your home, the lower the risk. I'm sorry, guys, for my bulldog. um, you know, Also, you want to look at your credit history, um, your location of the home, all of those things.
Mullah's trying to get on camera,
Yeah, he's a
huh?
star. Give
Being
me a second.
shy. Okay.
Sorry.
So, as an independent contractor yourself, you work with auto, home, life, and am I missing one?
Yeah, I work with pretty much all of the carriers within the state. Give me one moment.
We didn't plan for that. We
Yeah. It's like
right.
Right?
It's
It's
kind of
kind of
hard to
hard to
do.
do.
It's
It's
kind of
kind of
hard to do
hard to do
life
life
outside
Maybe
of
outside of
I
insurance.
insurance.
should
yeah.
have been in the office. That's what the problem is.
Right.
Exactly.
It's
It's
all
all
right.
right.
For auto insurance, is it mandatory to get, let's say, full coverage or uninsured motorist coverage?
It's not mandatory for full coverage, but if your vehicle is something of value, you definitely want to make sure you have comprehensive coverage at the right amounts and also collision coverage at the right amount. I believe I was given an example the other day of someone who just recently got a new vehicle and all four of their tires were stolen.
Wow, that's terrible. That's terrible.
And so that goes on to for renters insurance. Do you recommend people get renters insurance automatically, or should they wait till they're in the flood zone? How does that work?
For renters insurance, I believe if you're not staying in your own home, it's very important. If any of your personal property is important to you, it is important that you get renters insurance, because the renters insurance is really to cover everything that if you were to turn that home upside down, anything that would fall out that belongs to you, that's what that renters insurance would cover. So you would definitely want coverage to take care of your belongings. Also, if you have friends or family members that come over and something happens and they slip and fall and they hurt themselves, you want to make sure that you have coverage just in case you're sued for or liable for any of those damages.
Of course. Is insurance cheaper if you're single or if you're married? Does that have an effect on insurance?
Well, it can. It can have a negative effect or a positive effect. It really depends on your credit-based history, because your credit is taken into account when you're applying for homeowners insurance and auto.
So,
Well,
go ahead.
go ahead, Alexis.
Go ahead, Carl.
No, I actually wanted to go back to the DP3 when you were talking about for rentals, right? Is that more expensive than a regular policy?
It really does depend. It depends on the replacement cost value of the property. It also depends on the amount of liability coverage you're going to get on there, and it depends on if it's seasonal or if it's a full-time rental. So all of those things do come into play when you're looking at the proper coverage and the right coverage for that property.
Okay, did you have anything else to ask, Carl?
Um, no. Rentals. When you go to Enterprise or Hertz or something like that to go get a car rental, and they offer you the rental not the rental, they offer you the insurance from the car rental place. Would you recommend people signing up for that, or would you steer away from that?
Well, it really depends on the type of auto coverage that you have yourself. And it also depends on the type of vehicle that you're renting. If you're renting a vehicle that is, far more expensive than your own personal auto, then I would suggest going ahead and paying for that additional cost, because now you don't have to worry about a claim that will follow you for the next 5 years if something was to occur. And also you want to make sure that particular car has the right value. But in most cases, if you have comp and collision and you have a rental car that is comparable to your own personal auto, then it's not required, because you would be covered in most cases.
Okay.
And that coverage also extends to your spouse, correct?
Absolutely. So usually with auto, unless someone is excluded, all of the residents in the home should be permitted drivers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Is there any restitution for the times that we are in? Is there any kind of claim that people can make to get some money back on their insurance at this time?
Well, I do know with auto insurance right now, we have seen a lot of carriers giving, premium rebates on for the month of May. We've also seen some for the month of April. So if you do have auto coverage, I would recommend reaching out to your agent and trying to see if there were anything that they can do if you were suffering hardship during the pandemic.
And does that cover the renewal as well?
Well, it depends on when your renewal is, but usually it would just be for whatever premium or however your particular carrier is dealing with it, but not necessarily for the renewal.
Okay. So, Kirsch, you have actually been in the business as an entrepreneur for a long time. Can you share with us some entrepreneurial tips as far as mindset goes? How did you get into the business? What was your driving force?
To get into the insurance industry? I'm sorry, I didn't really catch the question.
Becoming entrepreneurial, period.
Oh well, it's always something that has kind of been with me. I saw my father at an early age, stop working at a hospital and go out and do his own business, and he's been doing it for the last 45, 50 years. And it's very, very, very important to me to have that entrepreneurial spirit. Right now, what I'm doing with the John Galt Insurance Agency is building my own agency within their franchise. So it takes a lot of work. Anybody that has the entrepreneurial spirit has to know that there's no time off. So but it's very freeing and very exciting to be able to build your own book of business.
Absolutely. Can you share with us some tips that help you reach your goals?
Yeah, absolutely. I would suggest goal setting. Goal setting is very important. Coming up with your process for success will help you reach those goals as well. Plotting out and blocking out your days to do specific tasks that it's not a lot of busy work, because you see a lot of times most people that are saying, "Oh, I'm so busy." However, they haven't really accomplished much. So, setting up a scheduled task, blocking out for a specific task, even something as simple as checking email or answering phone calls. All of those things are very important when you're an entrepreneur, because time is of the essence. The more time you can actually spend being productive instead of just being busy is very important.
Right.
Okay.
Productive versus busy. I like that. Can you expand on that a little bit for us?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can, for instance, a typical day for me, I can spend, if I'm not running quotes, I'm networking, trying to build my book of business. So, as an entrepreneur, your goal is to build your book of business to where you don't have to network as much, and you're able to get referrals and strictly build your business off of referrals. So if you block out your time and you're not just doing busy work, checking emails, responding to emails, and setting or allocating time for those specific tasks, you're able to do the networking that's important, that's going to allow you to actually build your brand, build your business, and be able to market yourself effectively. And then when you're not doing that, which is, building your business, then you're actually doing the things that's making you money, which is the where the production comes in. So I think all of those things are very important. And me too, with having a marketing background, being able to promote yourself to your target audience and building your network is just as important as building doing that productivity work. So
Okay, so building your network, and you said something, you have a background in marketing. So I was going to ask you, you always hear to be a successful entrepreneur, to be a millionaire, you need to have at least 7 forms of income. Do you have other avenues in which you pursue income?
yeah, absolutely. I believe building my insurance agency is a full-time job, but it also encompasses one of my other companies which is Brand Splash Marketing, where we target and focus on getting you your target audience. So all of those things are important, and there's no entrepreneur that should get into business without understanding marketing, without understanding, product placement, and making sure that you're reaching the people that want to do business with you. For instance, in insurance, that's why I love the fact that I have the opportunity to be on a live with a real estate agent and also a loan officer, because you guys are my target audience, along with first time home buyers and homeowners. So if you understand your audience, you understand the people you should be networking with, which can help you reach your goal, and not just be doing busy work, not just hanging out and partying and things like that, but actually building relationships that can actually build your brand and get you to where you need to be. My goal is to be a $1 million producer by next year. And in order to be a $1 million producer, I need to build my book of business as quickly as possible.
So,
Uh,
go ahead, Paul.
First, I just wanted to open up IG Live.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start the live. I titled it. I don't know. So I guess let me go live. Just hop in, and then we could start taking questions from IG Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Kirsch, I did want to ask you one question. So, when you're talking about target audience, are you saying that your target audience is not only, let's say, me as a realtor, my target audience shouldn't only be buyers and sellers, but they should also be other professionals like myself, like a loan officer, like yourself?
Absolutely, absolutely. It should be anyone that can bring you a quality lead. So in looking for a quality lead, you're looking for those people that can bring you quality referrals, not just hey, I know a guy. It's somebody who can say, hey, I know that Alexis treats her customers right, and she's going to respond, and she's going to do the best that she can for you. That's a whole lot different. And hey, I know a guy. Here's his number. See, you never know if that person is actually going to help. But for instance, when I'm dealing with mortgage brokers, real estate agents, tax officers, all of those people who are within my network that will refer business to me, I look for things that I can also do for them. How can I send them business as well, which makes our referral network really help all of us grow our book of business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kirsch, if you get a chance, if you could sign on the IG, and then that way they'll be able to hear and stuff like that.
Hello, everyone.
What's going on, IG?
Hot and sweaty. It's because it is my birthday. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the live. It is my birthday. I am sipping on some, what is it? Pink? That new pink? Pink drink?
I no clue.
I don't know. So, something that was gifted to me. Plus, I have some studio lights, so your girl is hot.
All right, let me see. So what I'm gonna do is actually, Alexis, you host the live. You host the live, and then Kirsch will join in with you, and I'll just be on the back end.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hippie. All right. So I'm not gonna lie.
You guys let me know if you have any questions, because I love to save people money. I love to anything I could do to help you build your business, anything I could do to help you grow your brand, I'm all for it.
Kirsch, if you can actually join me on IG,
what's up,
so
Hippie?
you can get some extra questions, and if
I'm
you don't mind,
I'm out of it right now.
Bring this fan a little bit closer.
Yeah, so if you guys have any insurance questions, we're trying to figure this whole technical thing out. But if you have any insurance questions for the Florida insurance guy, let me know. Matter of fact, you're in the room, right? Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah. We're gonna make it work. Boom.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. All right. So A few of y'all came in. We were doing this on Facebook Live. We decided to get more interaction through IG Live. So we kind of started it already. We have Florida Insurance Guy. Of course, you have Money Mondays with Alexis and myself. If you have any questions whatsoever, Hippie, I know you have questions. Mel, I know you have questions. If you have any questions for him, now's the time to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here to help.
If you just want to give him a quick rundown, your background and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in the insurance industry since 2015. I'm currently building my own agency with the John Galton Insurance Agency franchise. I'm licensed to sell home, flood, auto, life, umbrella policies. I love helping clients battle the high cost of insurance in Florida. My ultimate goal is to help first-time home buyers with all of their insurance needs. Also help real estate agents and mortgage brokers. I also help current homeowners, lower their cost of their policies, because in Florida, it's very, very expensive for homeowners insurance, especially if you're living in the Tri-County area, Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, all of those counties. Very, very expensive for homeowners insurance unless your home is brand new, and even then, if you're on the east side of the 95, it's still very expensive. So all of those things come into play, and I love helping clients and helping agents and helping everyone I can. And how we do that is just through communication, and you let me know what you need from me, and I'll do my best to help you out.
So since we're just coming on IG Live, I want to give everybody a quick rundown of the topics that we've already discussed so that we can have some more questions from you guys. We talked about what is insurance, obviously, if it's needed, what type of insurance is needed. We also talked a little bit about how you can save money on insurance at this time by making improvements on your home. We also...
Can we go over that part?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Can we go over that part? How you can save money on your home?
Yeah, absolutely. I could do a quick rundown for you. So you can really save money on your home by, you want to make sure you have an agent like myself that has access to most of the carriers in Florida. You want to take a look at your deductibles. If you have increased deductibles, it can also lower your insurance costs. You also want to make sure that your home is covered at the replacement cost value. You don't want to run into the mistake of insuring your home at the market value, because you could be over-insuring, and in some cases you could be under-insuring. So you want to make sure that your home is covered at the replacement cost value. Also, you can bundle your home and auto with the same agent, so that way they can make sure that you're getting the proper multi-policy discounts. You definitely want to make sure, since we're in a disaster-prone area, you want to make sure that your home is disaster resistant. When you don't only want to think about disaster resistance when it comes to hurricane, you want to think about all type of disasters, fire-related. So if you have an old electrical panel that needs to be updated, make sure you do that. If you have old plumbing and pipes and leaks, old roof, all of those things that can potentially cause a big claim for insurance, you want to make sure you kind of mitigate those things before they become a problem. Also, you want to improve your home security, having a central station monitored home alarm, and also you want to maintain a good credit.
How often would you recommend? Sorry, Alexis. How often would you recommend them reviewing their policy every year?
Just like you said, every year.
Every year.
I would do it every year. The reason why is because from one year to the next, it can increase drastically. I know a lot of misconception that a lot of homeowners have is because their insurance is paid through their escrow or their when they pay their mortgage payments, they typically don't worry about their insurance until they get an escrow analysis and they say, hey, your insurance rate. So it's very important. You want to do a review. You also want to get an independent agent that can shop your policy with a lot of different carriers, because they will definitely let you know and do a review for you on an annual basis to make sure that you have the right coverage in place and also have the best rates possible.
Sorry to interrupt. Everybody is on IG Live. Today's Alexis' birthday. If y'all could just
happy birthday
to her in the comments. You know what I'm saying? It's her birthday. She's the big 21 today. You know what I mean? Y'all remember how old that was?
Absolutely.
I'll take
Yeah. But Hippie had a question, but I don't think she asked it. Brooke Star, hey. I don't think she asked, but
she didn't ask a question. But we.
Cleo said happy birthday, by the way. Sorry.
Yes, I did see Cleo's message. Thank you so much, Cleo. Hippie's question is here. She says, if you make these modifications you mentioned, such as electrical panel updates, how does insurance verify updates? Do they send an adjuster? Also, who can review my houses? So
that's a really good question. There's two types of inspection that a really good agent is always going to ask you for. They're going to ask you for your 4-point inspection, which is a review of your electrical, your roofing, your plumbing, your HVAC, even your water heater, which will determine the characteristics and age of your updates to your home. And then what we will do is see what carriers take the characteristics of your home. And then also you want to have a wind mitigation inspection done, which tells how disaster proof your home is for hurricane specifically. And usually who would do that is a home inspector. We have great home inspectors in Florida. So when you find one, you want to make sure you get a quality one that's going to get you all of the credits that you can actually get when your agent is shopping your policy.
Now, I know that these inspections are things that you normally get when you're first purchasing your home. So do you recommend getting these done on a maybe yearly or however long basis?
Well, a 4-point inspection is usually only good for 1 year. So if you get a 4-point inspection and let's say you've made some drastic improvements to your home, it's very important that you get a updated one and have your insurance policy shopped immediately after. So that way you can, if you've already invested that value into your home, it's very important that you try to see how you can save money and reap the benefits of that investment.
Absolutely.
And typically, you can get a 4-point wind mitigation inspection for a very low cost if you're dealing with a very seasoned inspector. You did actually bring up a good point to it, Alexis. A lot of people confuse a regular home inspection that is done when you're purchasing a home with the insurance inspections. Most insurance agents refrain from you sending them the regular home inspection, because those things kind of spell out things that we really don't want to see. And it might go into detail too much, and if we see it, we know it's there, we have to report it, which can also affect your insurance premium.
I see. Thank you so much for that. Do we have any more questions over on IG? We also did talk to Kirsch a little bit about him being an entrepreneur, and he shared some entrepreneurship knowledge. Do you want to go back and share your key points for IG Live?
Yeah, I can do that. So basically what I was stating is, if you're an entrepreneur, you want to make sure that, you have a good understanding of marketing, so you can understand who your target audience is. So you make sure that you're networking with the right people. Also, you want to set goals for yourself. create those benchmarks. So you, one, it's going to keep you motivated and excited, and two, it's going to help you grow your business. And then also you want to stick to a strict schedule, which helps you with your processes. You want a time block. Do you want to check your email all day and not really be productive, and just really busy, or do you want to be productive where you're making money so you can really grow your business? Reach the goals that you need to do.
Definitely takes a lot of discipline. It's not easy.
Yes, being an entrepreneur is very, very, very tedious. But the reason why you want to do it is because you enjoy what you do, and you don't mind the hard work, and you don't have to worry about somebody breathing down your neck, because you're going to do what you need to do anyway.
Cleo says, as a first-time or soon-to-be a first-time homeowner, what should we run away from? I'm not sure exactly what she means by that question.
I guess what should you look out for as a first-time home buyer?
Well, if you're directing that towards an insurance, insurance related, then as a first-time home buyer, what you want to run away from is, I think I covered it earlier. You don't want to cover your home at the market value. So what you're going to be purchasing your home for, you don't want to cover your home for that value, because that value is different from the replacement cost value of your home, which is strictly the dwelling minus the land. Because if a disaster strikes, the land usually is going to still be there. The home may not. So you want to make sure that you're covering your home at replacement cost value. Actually, I would also say, instead of running away from them, you want to run towards those homes also that have newer updates that would be on a 4-point inspection, a newer roof, hurricane protection, newer electrical. There's certain panels that I won't mention right now, but what I could do is I could post it on my IG later. Certain electrical panels that you want to stay away from, or you want to make sure that you're really, really good real estate agent tries to get that replaced for you before you get into the home.
Right.
You just open up a can of worms for Hippie. A can of worms. I was going to say something else. With those houses with the newer roofs and newer windows, sometimes the previous owner would have went through like a wiring, or they would have basically financed the upgrades, and those upgrades are then transferred to the property taxes, right? So if you are going for a house with the newer roofs, newer homes, and things like that, you kind of want to make sure that the previous owner isn't, for lack of a better term, sticking you with the bill for the upgrades. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I agree.
Hippie says she got her roof changed on her other property, and it didn't change her insurance cost at all. Could there be any reason for that?
It could be. It could be that it could be several different characteristics. It could be the age of her home. It could be the upgrades that she did to her home weren't the ones that would give her the credit. Just for simply replacing your roof doesn't necessarily give you the credit. It's how disaster resistant that replacement is. There's different type of roof to deck attachments. If you go with the most basic roof to deck attachment, it's not going to necessarily give you the credit that will give you the discount. However, if you go with something that is really, really going to keep that roof in place, which is usually going to be more expensive because it's more work for the roofer, then that will help you, get that discount that you need.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I see Hippie Fit in the comments is getting a little rowdy there. Calm down, Hippie. But thank you so much, everyone, for your interactions. This really is all the time that we have for today. We are going to maybe have Kirsch on next time in the future, another time in the future, to kind of give this presentation over.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Absolutely. We do
We
have
have one more question.
from Cleo. Should we be looking for hurricane impact windows already installed?
Absolutely, if all of the windows and all of the doors are done. Because usually most carriers won't give you the credit. If you can have 9 out of 10 windows done, if you only have 9, you won't get the credit. You would need all 10.
And you don't necessarily have to have hurricane impact. You could also have shutters as well.
Correct, which is a cheaper alternative.
And does it matter if it's hurricane versus the accordion? Is one recommended over the other?
As long as it's Miami-Dade County approved.
Miami-Dade County approved. Okay. Hippie says, that was a very expensive upgrade, but thanks.
No problem.
Okay, do we have any more questions for Mr. Insurance Guy?
I don't think so.
Well, thank you everybody so much for joining. Thank you, Carl, and of course, thank you, Kirsch, for coming and dropping some knowledge and some tips for us. We hope to have you back in the future, of course.
Absolutely. I hope you guys have me. And when I do mine, I will invite you to mine.
Can't wait.
Doing a first-time homebuyer seminar in the future as well.
Absolutely.
You heard it here. First-time homebuyer seminar coming towards you.
All right, guys. You enjoy the rest of your weekend. Week.
Right.
It's like just starting out. Work so hard. But Alexis, thanks for having me, and enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye. We'll see you on Monday.
All right. You guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.